Hello everyone and welcome to Driver's Therapy. Today we present to you the update number 30 for our Honda S800. We're super excited because we are going to be installing some carpet. Elise is going to do her magic. We got some parts from MegaZip. We'll talk about them here in a bit. And we're going to be looking at putting together some stuff on the steering column and letting you know some updates about some parts we dropped off. They get fixed and realigned or reformed. That's a better word for it. All right, guys, let's get started. So check these out, guys. These are Honda plugs and we need them. We are missing a bunch of plugs right here in the bottom of the floor of the car. If you look over here, we have an empty plug hole right there, and we just installed one over there just to make sure that they were the right ones, and it worked out perfectly. Now these are about $12 new if you want to buy them on eBay, but I went on the website called MegaZip and I've ordered quite a few things from them, and I found them for around $4 each, which is a big discount, and I ordered a bunch. So we're really excited. We're going to put those in and then carpet the car. Okay everyone, so while Elise was working on the carpet, which you guys will see here in a bit because it looks awesome, I was working on some puzzles. So let's show you over here. So I was working on the center console switch combination here. I'm going to call it combination because there's a bunch of different switches. And this is what I got here together. What was funny though was that one of the knobs was switched with the sensor because you could unscrew it like this. And what happened was I couldn't fit them in their respective places. And I'm like, what is going on here? And so finally I realized that they were on the wrong sensors because the holes are different, and I got him in there. And this is exciting. Essentially, we had this redone. What we're gonna do is we're going to fill this in with some paint markers. As you can see, we already started right here because when we redid it, they did away with the actual lettering. But we've got this set up, which is really neat. And I cleaned this off, and I was excited about that. But then I got into something else. All right, guys, so check this out. This is for the dual master cylinder, left-hand drive. And look at this craziness. It's never easy. So this is how I got it. It's empty. And I was thinking that maybe somebody was gonna rebuild this because I found all the pieces in this bag. So essentially what I'm going to have to do is go back and rebuild this using this diagram and just put all of this together. So this is going to be a journey. Luckily it's not too hard, but yeah, I kind of wish that this was already put together. It's just some added work. So we're going to have to do that. And we have the switches down here for, I'm assuming, for the brake bias setup, which is pretty cool. And I have these in the bag as well. They were disassembled. I was assuming that whoever had this car, they started the restoration and they were going to do like a complete restoration, but they must have stopped in between it. But this is pretty intense because they took apart everything, like every little nut and bolt, spring, washer. And so I'm going to be working on that. And for the next video, we'll see where I'm at with this puzzle here. So check this out. This is the gem of the day because Elise kicked butt. Now I want you guys to know that it isn't glued down yet. So if you saw what we did in the driver's side, it's glued down. It's more formed to the body. We haven't glued this down yet, but we just wanted to show you that the templates are cut. We're going to glue it down another time because we're running out of daylight. We're running out of the burning oil, or however you say it. But it came out really, really cool. And making templates for this isn't easy. Now, at least would explain this for you guys, but she's in garage clothes, so well, I'm gonna explain it for her. But she totally kicked butt. She made a template again, but this part, she said, was a lot more complicated because Essentially, there's more curves, there's more bumps, and we realized that since we got the car kind of lifted up on these little dollies, for the holes for the seat rail, we're essentially going to punch them from the bottom up. So once it's glued down, it's going to be on there really well, and we'll just cut out those holes with an X-Acto knife, and the bolts will be able to go there. One of the easy ways to do that is, I believe, you just make an X, so when the bolt goes through it, it naturally just kind of makes a hole for it. But this looks great, guys. I mean, when you look at it from afar, it is looking like a really, really nice car. So while Elise was doing that, I paint corrected this side, and the thing about this paint correction is whoever had this car done, they just put a base coat, in a very thin clear coat. I don't even know if there's a clear coat, because every time I pass with the buffer, I'm going to show you the pad. This is the pad, and let me tell you guys, it should never really come out like this, because you should have, some clear coat, or the paint should be a little bit harder than this. This is super soft. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a layer of ceramic coat, which is gonna act pretty much like a clear coat substitution, and add an extra layer on top of it. But the car looks really good. It's just that the paint is kind of on the cheaper side. But there's stuff that we could do to make it look nice. We'll put the ceramic coat, and a worst case scenario, we'd get it wrapped, but the paint looks great. We're not even worried about doing anything to it. We'll just put a ceramic coat, and we'll go drive it, and it's gonna be great. All right, so what is next? Well, I dropped off the trim pieces that were bent and distorted with Ryan at Pro Powder Coating, and his buddy is going to hopefully fix it for us. I'm gonna get his name, and I'm gonna plug him again, because that guy was super cool. He fixed one of my buddy's grill that we were surprising him with. So we're gonna hopefully get those fixed, and we're gonna add the trim pieces and finish that off for the whole entire car, which would be pretty cool. Another thing too is we did drop off the center console gauge cluster panel that we took apart and that we're having redone, and that's gonna look really neat. Also, Ryan told us that we're gonna be able to keep the lettering in there, so it's gonna come out really nice. I'm actually really excited for that. Now, what is going on with the engine? Well, we did that big engine layout, and let me tell you, that layout was awesome because it was good news and it was kind of fun. But again, I'm super excited because we have majority of the engine parts. So the only thing now that we're left is to see if the individual who I'm speaking with is going to take on the job, because these guys have been building S800 and S600 engines for a while here in the States, and a couple of people have said that they've done a great job, and I would love to get that part taken care of so we could just start finishing up this car. Because let me tell you guys, the more we work on this has been a labor of love, and we can't wait to drive it. It's so tiny, it's so cool, and I really think it's going to be a great experience. So at the end of the day, we're making some progress, and we're really excited. So thanks for watching. Thank you for tuning in. You guys stay safe, take care, and we will see you soon.